यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदा व्रज जन यमुनतीरावनचारी यमुनतीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Jaya Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe Radha Madhav Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada जब विश्वपात्मन प्रजा का आचार अस्तोत्र श्रीमद श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की इस कॉन्विडी फाउंडर आचार्य श्रील प्रभुपाद की जब विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रज्ञाचार अस्तोत्र श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ सर गोस्वामी प्रभुवन की प्रेम से कहिए जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपकुमार श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की ब्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की श्री क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to some devotees, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So we start with the prayers. Om Ajnanathmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Mena Bhutale स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च नमामि विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं नित्यानन्दम् अहं नमामि सर्वानन्दकरं परं हरिनाम प्रदं देवमवधूतं शिरोमणि नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमपदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्से नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं भङ्गं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दं माधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna. So today we will be reading from first canto, chapter 16, verse number 20. Please repeat after me. pādaiḥ nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam. nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam. ātmānaṁ vṛṣalair bhokṣyamāṇam. āhoḥ surādīn hṛta-yajña-bhāgān. prajā svin maghavaty avarṣati. pādaiḥ nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam. ātmānam vṛṣalair bhokṣyamāṇam. āhoḥ surādīn hṛta-yajña-bhāgān. prajā svin maghavaty avarṣati. pādaiḥ nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam. ātmānaṁ vṛṣalair bhokṣyamāṇam. āhoḥ surādīn hṛta-yajña-bhāgān. prajā svin maghavaty avarṣati. pādaiḥ nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam. ātmānaṁ vṛṣalair bhokṣyamāṇam. Vaishnavis. Ade nyūnam śocasi maika-pādam ātmānaṁ vṛṣalair bhokṣyamāṇam āhoḥ surādīn eka-yajña-bhāgān maghavaty avarṣati. Okay, so word to word translation. Pādaiḥ, by 3 legs. Nyūnam, diminished. Śocasi, if you are lamenting for that. My, eka-pādam, only 1 leg. ātmānam, own body. Or vṛṣalair, by the unlawful meat eaters. bhokṣyamāṇam, to be exploited. āhoḥ, in sacrifice. surādīn, the authorized demigods. hṛta-yajña, devoid of sacrificial. bhāgān, share. prajā, the living beings. uta, increasing. sweet, weather. maghavaty, in famine and scarcity. avarṣati, because of rainlessness. So now translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I have lost my 3 legs and am now standing on one only. Are you lamenting for my state of existence? Or are you in great anxiety because henceforward the unlawful meat eaters will exploit you? Or are you in a sorry plight because the demigods are now bereft of their share of sacrificial offerings because no sacrifices are being performed at present? Or are you grieving for living beings because of their sufferings due to famine and drought? Purport. With the progress of the age of Kali, 4 things particularly, namely the duration of life, mercy, the power of recollection, and moral or religious principles will gradually diminish. Since dharma or the principle of religion would be lost in the proportion of 3 out of 4, the symbolic bull was standing on 1 leg only. When 3/4 of the population of the whole world become irreligious, the situation is converted into hell for the animals. In the age of Kali, godless civilizations will create so many so-called religious societies in which the personality of Godhead will be directly or indirectly defied, and thus faithless societies of men will make the world uninhabitable for the sinner section of people. There are gradations of human beings in terms of proportionate faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The first class faithful men are the Vaishnavas and the Brahmanas, then the Kshatriyas, and then the Vaisyas, and then the Sudras, then the Malecha, the Yavanas, and at last the Chandalas. The degradation of the human instinct begins from the Malechas, and the Chandala state of life is the last word in human degradation. All the above terms mentioned in the Vedic literature are never meant for any particular community or birth. There are different qualifications of human being in general. There is no question of birthright or community. One can acquire the respective qualification by one's own efforts, and thus the son of Vaishnava can become a Malecha, or the son of a Chandal can become more than a Brahmana, all in terms of their association and intimate relation with the Supreme Lord. The meat eaters are generally called Malechas, but all meat eaters are not Malechas. Those who accept meat in terms of scriptural injunction are not Malechas. But those who accept meat without restriction are called malechhas. Beef is forbidden in the scriptures, and the bulls and the cows are offered special protection by followers of the Vedas. But in this age of Kali, people will exploit the body of bull and cow as they like, and thus they will invite suffering of various types. The people of this age will not perform any sacrifice. The Malechha population will care very little for performance of sacrifices, although performance of sacrifice is essential for persons who are materially engaged in sense enjoyment. In the Bhagavad Gita, performance of sacrifice is strongly recommended. Bhagavad Gita 3:14-16. The living beings are created by the Creator Brahma, and just to maintain the created living being progressively toward the path back to Godhead, the system of performing sacrifice is also created by Him. The system is that living beings live on the produce of grains and vegetables, and by eating such foodstuff they get vital power of the body in the shape of blood and semen. And from blood and semen, one living being is able to create other living beings. But the production of grains, grass, etc. becomes possible by rain, and this rain is made to shower properly by performance of recommended sacrifices. Such sacrifices are directed by the rites of the Vedas, namely Sam, Yajur, Rig and Atharva. In the Manusmriti, it is recommended that by offering of the sacrifice on the altar of the fire, the sun god is pleased. When the sun god is pleased, he properly collects water from the sea, and thus sufficiently clouds collect on the horizon and rain falls. After sufficient rainfall, there is sufficient production of grains for men and all animals, and thus there is energy in the living being for progressive activity. The Malechhas, however, make plans to install slaughterhouses for killing bulls and cows, along with other animals, thinking that they will prosper by increasing the number of factories and live on animal food without caring for performance of sacrifice and production of grains. But they must know that even for the animals they must produce grass and vegetables. Otherwise, the animals cannot live, and to produce grass for the animals they require sufficient rains. Therefore, they have to depend ultimately on the mercy of the demigods like the sun god, Indra and Chandra. And such demigods must be satisfied by performance of sacrifice. This material world is a sort of prison house, as we have several times mentioned. The demigods are the servants of the Lord who see to the proper upkeep of the prison house. These demigods want to see that the rebel living beings who want to survive faithlessly are gradually turned towards the supreme power of the Lord. Therefore, the system of offering sacrifice is recommended in the scriptures. The materialistic men want to work hard and enjoy fruitive result for sense enjoyment. Thus, they are committing many types of sin at every step of life. Those, however, who are consciously engaged in the devotional service of the Lord are transcendental to all varieties of sin and virtue. Their activities are free from contamination of the three modes of material nature. For the devotees, there is no need for performance of prescribed sacrifice, because the very life of the devotee is a symbol of sacrifice. But persons who are engaged in fruitive activities for sense enjoyment must perform the prescribed sacrifice, because that is the only means to get free from the reaction of all sins committed by fruitive workers. Sacrifice is the means for counteracting such accumulated sins. The demigods are pleased when such sacrifices are performed, just as prison officers are satisfied when the prisoners are turned into obedient subjects. Lord Chaitanya, however, has recommended only one yajna or sacrifice called the Sankirtan Yajna, the chanting of Hare Krishna, in which everyone can take part. Thus both devotees and fruitive workers can derive equal benefit from the performance of Sankirtan Yajna. So here ends the purport and translation by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So before I start, I seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Please bless me so that I can speak something valuable. Already Prabhupada has given a very elaborate purport, so I don't know how much I can relate and tell you, because already Prabhupada has self-sufficient given everything. Still I seek blessing. Hare Krishna. So in today's discussion, we will be discussing about the three topics. One is like the sacrifice of the devotee, which Prabhupada also elaborated in the purport. Second, the symptoms and the degradation, how when Kali comes in this material world, Kali Yuga begins, you can say, and how we can remove, what are the possible options we have. So these three things we will be discussing. So as the translation in the Prabhupada writes, and here we are seeing them, the dharma, he has lost 3 legs. Dharma lost 3 legs. But still he is concerned about Mother Earth, because he was looking morose. So rather he was feeling about himself that, okay, what pain, problem I am undergoing, rather saying about himself, he start asking about others' welfare. So that's why Prabhupada also makes the sacrifice of the devotee and their life, that how it is very important. And in general, we are seeing that yes, definitely those who all are in this material world, everybody is suffering because of so many things. The reasons may be different. But the devotees, the problems when comes to them, they feel that, okay, this is my problem. This is my own karma, this is my own suffering. As Lochandas Thakur says, apana karma bhunjaya samana kahe Lochanadas. Means we are suffering because of our own sinful actions. Whatever karma and other things we have done, we are suffering because of our own things. But when it comes to for the others, they become so concerned that no, how this can happen? Why this is happening? Because I am not able to take care of the others. This is the same situation we are seeing in this Srimad Bhagavatam also. Parikshit Maharaj, when he received the age of Kali, he was punishing. Why? Because he was trying to hit the bull Dharma. But when it comes to him, that Sringi gave him curse, he was not lamenting. He thought, okay, this is the mercy of Lord, I have to accept it. So this is one of the great examples in the whole Srimad Bhagavatam. Before also we started, it comes from Bhishma Dev. How much he is lamenting about the Pandavas. We have seen. So from the 11th he starts saying, Bhishma Dev is saying, there were tears of ecstasy in his eyes, for he was overwhelmed by love and affection. He is already in so much pain. Practically there was no space in his body where there was no arrows. The blood was oozing out from his body, and when he is seeing the Pandavas, he is feeling happy. A person, he is such in a painful situation. For us it may be very difficult. Like we are walking and suddenly somebody comes and then steps on our leg. We just start screaming, oh Prabhu, can't you see? Sometimes it becomes so horrible. And for him, so many arrows. And he is feeling joy. Why he is feeling joy? By seeing the Pandavas, that they are now ruling this kingdom. So he is become very happy. And then further he is going and he is thinking about their painful situation. Whose painful situation? The Pandavas. He is saying, oh, what terrible suffering and what terrible injustice you good souls suffer for being the sons of religious personified. They all were religious personified and they all were suffering. Bhishma Dev is mentioning. So Yudhishthira Maharaj, he should not think that, okay, in the past I have committed so many offenses, so many aparadh, because of I am suffering. One by one, whole Srimad Bhagavatam, if we start from the very beginning also, we are seeing how the devotees are relating all the incidents in context to themselves and in context to others. When it comes to them, they feel that yes, this is my own karma, I am suffering because of that. Yudhishthira Maharaj also thinking, this whole massacre happened, why? Because of me. And now I have to suffer. But Bhishma Dev is specifying, he is giving the answer, no, it was not your fault. This all happened because of the inevitable time. So he is giving the same situation, but the devotee how they are seeing. This is the merciful nature of the devotees. And that's why here also Bull is seeing the same situation. He is not concerned, the Dharmaraj, he is not concerned about himself. That okay, I have lost 3 legs. Just imagine standing a 4-legged animal standing on 1 leg. For us, if somebody says that okay, you stand for 1 leg for half an hour. Half an hour? Prabhuji, is it practical? Okay, I can manage for some times. Or for half an hour or more than that. It's very difficult. And the 4-legged animal, how he is managing the whole weight of the body for 1 leg. The kind of pain he might be getting is beyond our imagination, because we have not yet suffered. But sometimes some of the person, they get some fracture and other thing, they take the stick, by that they walk and so many things. So how much painful situation is for them? They can explain, those who are undergoing. So definitely, these all the Bhagavatas, they are there. The examples are filled here just to give us a hint that yes, we should be seeking for their association. Because everybody wants their role model. Yes, I want to advance. So these are all the role models are there in Srimad Bhagavatam. We can just take association. A very good example, Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Instruction, he says, we have to take association of devotees. So what are the qualifications in that? He says that he is always engaged in the service of the Lord. The second one is very important. He is saying, Anya Ninda Adi Sunya. Anya Ninda Adi Sunya. So he is not blaspheming or criticizing the another person. Because Bull is also seeing that yes, the Dharmaraj is saying that yes, if I start saying something bad or what he did, it's not good. Why? Because those person who was spreading this, kind of message also, he is also sharing the same proportion of sinful reaction what the other person has done. And he is Dharmaraj. He knows. So that's why he is not concerned that okay, I have to tell, okay, somebody has come. Let me tell him all the situation, what happened to me, so that he can make some arrangement and he can be punished. No. So this is a very important quality that yes, how the devotees are Anya Nindadi Sunya. They are not kind of giving the sinful other things to them. The Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with that. And in this Kali Yuga particularly, the Prabhupada wanted to create this Brahminical society so that people can come, take association and they can make their life successful. The people's life, the understanding, the Kali Yugas, especially the persons, the qualifications of them already Prabhupada writes, that namely duration of life, mercy, power of recollection and moral, everything is degraded. Prabhupada writes and says also many times that when people they are taking cow's milk, they get their fine brain tissues so that they can understand that what is the goal of life, what they have to do. But the people are so degraded, rather they are taking the cow milk, they are sending them to the slaughterhouses. So this situation is not a very good situation. Why this is not good situation? Because the people, they have become totally corrupted in the sense that they are only looking everything in terms of profit and loss. This is not something called profit and loss. All the relations. That's why nowadays the whole society is in a chaos. You can see the old age houses. The peoples are living there in a very pathetic condition. Sometimes this corporate world, they go for the CSR funding. They give some donation to these old age houses. They go only for one day. They will take selfies with them. Oh, I'm giving you nice kumbles or whatever eatables item. We spend some time with them. But this is not only for one day. Yes, definitely if you want to take the process, you want to do some change in the society, why don't you adopt? So similarly here, cows and others, they are providing so many things to us. Why people are sending them to the slaughterhouses? Because they are feeling that if I don't send them, then who is going to maintain them? This is the biggest question they have. And why these all things are coming? I was just thinking in the background that why these all things are coming. Why people are thinking about this profit and loss? Because now most of the houses in practically outside, they don't cook. They don't know how to cook. They are eating outside. And the person who is cooking, what is his mentality? How much I will earn? How less cheap oil I will use or something? How much more profit I can get? So he is having the tendency only to get profit and loss. Okay, profit, loss. Same. People also, they are very much fond of, when they are going KFC, McDonald's, okay, take selfie, put in the Facebook, enjoy. Everybody will give some comments, okay, very nice, So this is the understanding they have. And what they are offering in there? The meat product. So it's not about the food. What kind of offering you are giving to the society? You are giving meat in the form of violence. You are giving violence to them. And this violence is spread whoever is taking. That's why here it said that they are fighting. The people of this Kali Yuga, they are fighting. These all fights are coming from where? Because they have taken that violence, the cruelty. From there it's coming. And that's how in the Prabhupada's life we are seeing that how when Prabhupada went to the West, he started giving prasadam to all. He told, okay, give prasadam. He himself was cooking. Even he was not having anything, but still he was giving some prasadam. A very famous example, when he was having one apple and one very rebellious person, he came to him on the dais and he just cut the apples into pieces and then he gave. And all the disciples were scared because the knife was also there. So they were thinking that what this person is going to do. Maybe he may kill, he may harm. So everybody was concerned. But Prabhupada was so deep, cool and calm. Because he was offering love of Krishna to him. Because he offered that food to Krishna with a love. And Krishna reciprocated him. He gave the same love to him. So this is our understanding. Yes, you cook something for Krishna. Offer with the love. That's what in the Bhagavad Gita Krishna says. Patram puspam phalam tam yome bhaktya prachati. You have to serve. How you have to serve? With a bhakti bhav. So when this love will generate in our heart for Krishna, then only it's possible that yes, we will offer. Because Krishna likes love. He doesn't like, okay, how many preparation. So many, very famous example is there. He did not went to Duryodhana's house. Rather, he came to this Vidurani. And Vidurani is in so much ecstasy, she forgot that what she is offering. She just giving the, the banana pile. So can you imagine, can you eat? If somebody gives, in our stage, at least we can say, Prabhuji, maybe you are in some other mood. please give me the bananas, I will take myself. But Krishna is not complaining. Krishna is just saying, okay, you give. He's just eating. So that's the love. And that's how Krishna is reciprocating. So yes, this is possible. When you start making something whatever prasadam with the love for Krishna and offer it to him and give the same prasadam to everyone, they all will be happy and they will have the mood of loving others. That's why we are seeing the devotees' lives. So much problem, but still how it's possible that they are able to spread love and they want to serve others. How is it possible? Because they are receiving this same love from Krishna. So they have this only. That's why for the Vaishnava's glorification we say, Krishna se tomaro, Krishna dite paro. So he has only Krishna. What he can give? He can give only Krishna. So this is the thing. The whole education system, they are teaching us that's only. Okay, you do this. Nowadays the whole education system is just moving towards the direction where they can get more money. They don't want to work, They are not thinking that what is my nature, what I should do. No, okay, you go in this profession. Why? Because as soon as you will go after 3 years or after 4 years or after 2 years, you will get placed, nice package, 30 lakhs, whatever packages are there. You are nicely situated. That's all. But they are not thinking. So the education system is also not giving them understanding that what they have to do. Okay, just to make money, that's all. So the education system also made them corrupted, and the inputs they are eating, that is also violence, cruelty and other things. So how is it possible that they can give something good to others? When they don't have anything good to others, they cannot give. The same thing with the cows, the relations. As I said in the beginning, the old age houses. Because they are thinking about their parents also. But I am working nicely here, I can send money, that's all. Parents will be in the old age houses. Somebody will be there who will take care. And the person who is also appointed, he is also, like work. They are not giving themselves. For us also, if you see, those who are working in the corporate, they will see, okay, my job is done, okay, done. Because they are exhausted in their corporate world, they are not giving much. But even they are coming from the corporate houses, when they are coming to their house, they are serving their family members with so much energy. From where it's coming? Because it's coming because they are doing with the love. Even if they have to work very hard, so many hours and hours, they don't feel tired. Why? Because they are doing out of love and affection. That's how we are seeing that how much this love and affection is there, that Mother Yasoda, this comes in I forgot, what is that? Damodar Leela. Damodar Leela, Sukdev Goswami is narrating the description of Mother Yasoda. That Mother Yasoda is churning, butter. She is churning butter and she is absorbing so much thought and, the Leelas of Krishna that automatically, how it is? Automatically the milk is just coming out. It's like pouring. The description is, milk is just pouring out from the breast. So these cows, those to whom we are sending to the slaughterhouses, do you think that they are also so cruel that they will not give us all these things? No, they will also give us, but required love. Because nowadays you go outside, when you meet some bull or the cows, what the general tendency is that? They will try to kick you, isn't it? Why? Because the people are treated them like that. But when you go to the gosalas, different gosalas in our gosala, you go and they will give you like, okay, you do some cuddling. That's all. So this is the thing, that what you are giving them, you are treating them nicely, they will reciprocate you. In India, I was amazed, like when I took some of the guests to the Gosalas and I said, okay, you can, cuddle, just rub it, no problem. They will not harm you. So they are just going and just coming. Oh, what will happen if I just touch? I said, don't be scared. It's natural. You go. Don't worry. Because when they understand that, yes, he is not going to harm me, so the same way they are also reciprocating. So they understand that, yes, what you are offering to them, are you just looking for them only for the milk? And just a relation finished? No. They are our family members. Many people nowadays, this fashion is that to keep the dog. Prabhupada says dog civilization. When we are moving away from God civilization, it becomes dog civilization. So yes, they are keeping dogs. So many costly, biscuits, different items. The belt is so costly, so many things. Even they take them to the flight for the business classes. So if you are giving so much money, why don't you adopt one cow for whole lifetime? That's all. And it's not costing much. Because what they eat? Simple grass, some khalli and other things. That's all. It's not taking so much. The valuable brands, he doesn't know. The cows and bulls, they doesn't know what brand you are giving. They know only, okay, these all things are there, you give me. That's all. So simple things are there. It's very simple to stop this thing. How? Okay, let these people open the slaughterhouses. If the slaughterhouses are there, but there is no cows and bulls to slaughter, what will happen? They will be forced to close that. Whoever is earning, at least they can do 1% whatever they feel for the mother cow. They can adopt one cow for the whole lifetime. They can go periodically, they can meet them, So it's a nice reciprocation with the cows. And here only comes when the people, they see that how we take care of our elders and how we take care of the other living entities, then they understand. But when we only have this, profit loss, then everybody will learn profit and loss. That's all. So we have to be very particular that, yes, how we can stop. We don't have to do very big thing, because sometimes we think that, we have to do very big thing. This small thing, what we have to do? Take a cow for whole lifetime. That's all. Give prasadam to others. Their mind will change. Because people, they don't understand the importance of cow. Just imagine Indra, he offended Lord Krishna and all the Brajavasis, and he's coming for asking forgiveness. To whom he is getting? Surabhi cow. So that Krishna can, forgive him. So the cows are so important and so dear to Lord Krishna, and he gave us. Why he gave us? So that at least we can get some brain. Because Kali Yuga, we are like kind of brainless. So we can get some brain and we can engage ourselves in the devotional service. But we are thinking that no, how is it possible? It's not possible. Slaughter them, that's all. So just reciprocate the way you are trying to serve Krishna, because Krishna will be very happy when we are serving his devotees and the cows. So this is very important. Today is also Abhiram Thakur's disappearance day, so I'll try to make it cut short, and I'll tell something about Abhiram Thakur also. So Abhiram Thakur's disappearance day today, but Abhiram Thakur's appearance day is not there. A very unique personality in God Leela. So he is having only disappearance day. And we are seeing that all the devotees of the parsad of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are coming and they are uniquely serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because how we can understand a disciple, how he is a disciple of somebody? Because when he is adopting the mood of his guru, the previous acharyas. So Abhiram Thakur, First of all, when he, in this whole the connection, the Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga, how he made the connection, and he made everyone to understand that yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu are non-different from Krishna and Balram. Because still many people, they don't feel that okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they are Krishna and Balram. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his Navdeep Leela, and one day he was not feeling so much rasas and everything. So he tells Nityananda Prabhu, "Hey Nitai, you go to Govardhan and get Sridham." Suddenly he is saying, go to Govardhan and get Sridham. So he is thinking, okay, where he is. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he tells all the details. Then he goes and he is calling, the Sridham is hiding, because one time in Krishna Leela, this hide and seek game was happening, and then he was hiding. And since that time he has not come out from that cave. Krishna was knowing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he told that, okay, Nitai, you go and bring Sridham. He is going and calling, Sridham, come out, Sridham, come out, where are you, where are you? And Sridham comes out from the cave and he is saying, who is calling me? Different personality, everything changed, heightless, everything. So he asks, who are you? Then he is saying, I am Balai. He is not believing that he is Balram. He is saying, I am Balai, you don't know? You forgot me? And he is saying, how can I understand that you are Balai? No. Only Balram can defeat me in this Govardhan Parikrama. So I'll do Govardhan Parikrama. Okay. If you can catch me or defeat me, then I can understand that you are Balai or Balram. So okay, done. Because Balram's height was 3, like in our body Kali Yuga, our hands, if you can measure, the three times of our hand. In Dwapar Yuga, it was like 7 times of our hand. And that time hand was also big. So very much high. He was thinking that if I just run, he cannot catch me. So anyway, Nityananda Prabhu caught him, he defeated him, and he understood, okay, that now you are Balram. So he's saying, okay, you come to this Mahaprabhu's Leela. Then he is scared. Why he is scared? Height is the another factor. The another factor is that again he has to undergo this birth process. So he said that no, I will not go. So Balram is saying, no, you go, come with me. There is no problem. Mahaprabhu is calling you. So okay. So he is ready, but he is thinking that how to, make this height small. So Sridham was knowing. So Sridham is reminding Nityananda Prabhu that you can do that. Nityananda Prabhu is thinking that how I can do it. And he said that in the Dwapar Yuga Leela, you did the same thing. When you married Revati, because Revati was from Satyuga. When his father went for the marriage proposal asking to Brahmaji that to whom to give my daughter Revati. Then by the time so many years and yugas passed, so Brahmaji is saying that now you go to earthly planet, Balram is there, you can make her, marry to Balramji. Well, Balramji is like Dwapar Yuga height, and Revati's height is Satyuga. So how to do that? Then Nityananda Prabhu that time made Revati according to the size of Dwapar Yuga. So the Sridham reminded, you did that time, okay, so now also you are Balai only, so no problem. So he made him again Kali Yuga size. Then both of them, they came here. See the mood, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he came, he was giving Krishna Prem directly, Like here we are doing so many sang, sadhu sang, ado shraddha, so many things are, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhav, prem, so many things are, step by step, so many things are going on. But they are preaching directly, okay, Krishna Prem. So he was giving Krishna Prem to everyone, how? A very unique way. He was having one wish that was Jai Mangal Chabuk, known as Jai Mangal. So by that he was giving Krishna Prem to everyone. Whoever he touches, he was getting Krishna Prem. Then again, that he, a very unique way actually, to discard all the wastage item, you can say, unwanted things. How to do that? So he had a very unique way to do that. He will pay obeisances, and then if somebody is not pure devotee, then gone. Hare Krishna. That day is his disappearance day. So like this, so many things. And why I am saying, because see, all the disciples, they are adopting the mood of their spiritual master. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give love of Godhead. And people, they are not having so much understanding what is Krishna Prem, what is Bhakti. Even nowadays also, if you don't remove these all unwanted people, or if you don't recognize others about them, that what they are doing, this is not Bhakti. They will never come to devotional service. That's why many times, in general, in Bengal, people, they don't want to take Krishna consciousness. What is the reason? Because they feel, okay, Kanti mala I have seen. Oh, Kanti mala you are wearing, and then you will smoke bidi. Okay. You are not Vaishnava. Or you are eating some egg, fish, another thing. So these all personalities, they should be removed, and others should recognize that this is not the devotional service. They are the pretenders. So Abhiram Thakur, immediately as his Sripat is Kanpur Krishna Nagar, which is near, in Hooghly district, near Tarakeshwar. You can go in the same day, you can go and come back. Very nice place. And Abhiram Thakur, he is also showing that yes, how the Lord is manifesting his pastime. Because he got the Gopinath deity, he had a desire to serve Lord. But he was not having any deities. So he was desiring that yes, if I can have a deities. Then the same night he got a dream that okay, I am there, you just excavate, and then you take me out from there and make a big festival, install me, and then you can start my worship. So the next day he, as per the dream, he went and he started digging the pond where he got the Gopinath deities, and then he started serving. First of all, the deity was kept in the kitchen where Malini Mataji was cooking bhoga for the deities. He enjoyed. So many things happened, and some Babajis and other that time they came, but they did not take prasadam because they were suspicious, and because when Abhiram Thakur came, actually the three personalities came from Vrindavan to meet him, and then Abhiram Thakur instructed him, okay, you preach. And by the mercy of Abhiram Thakur, he was having, he invested so much potency to them that they were practically able to make everyone devotee. And the so-called Babaji, they became frightened because they were thinking that, oh, what will happen to our business? Everybody is running that side. So they were afraid, and they were feeling, they are doing some magic, I think. They are not the authorized person. That's how they are able to change everyone's mind. They are knowing only magic. So they were not so much having faith about Abhiram Thakur or Malini Mataji. So how to make them understand, or how to make them devotees? So by the potency of Abhiram Thakur, he created a big cat. And that big cat went, he took prasadam here and he just made the juta of their prasadam. And then they all became devotee. So this was the potency of Abhiram Thakur, a unique way to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So all the devotees, So we also have a very unique way to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to our parampara, which Prabhupada already wrote in the purport, that we can spread this Sankirtan movement. Because how people, they can get all the necessary items in this material world? When the Sankirtan Yajna will happen, the prescribed duties will happen, then only demigods will become happy and they will provide all the items. But if we are engaged in the sinful activities, Mother Earth will extract, or she will not supply actually. A very nice actually. Let's see. Just say one sloka, actually so many. Mother Earth is saying when Prithu Maharaj was trying to get all the items. My dear king, the seed, roots, herbs and grains which were created by Lord Brahma in the past are now being used by non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding. My dear king, not only on the grains and herbs being used by non-devotee, but as far as I am concerned, I am not being properly maintained. Indeed, I am being neglected by kings who are not punishing these rascals who have turned into thieves by using grains for sense gratification. So Mother Earth is saying that why she is not supplying the food, grains and other thing? Because they all have engaged in the sense gratification. So it's not possible. She is not ready to give. So you do the prescribed duties. And as Prabhupada writes here, when you do the prescribed duties, then the demigods will become pleased and they will shower the rains and different things so that we can get the grains. Because even if somebody is meat eaters, he need vegetable and all the grains to maintain that. In the past we never heard, farming about this chicken, the goat, and I don't know what all, beef and pork. They are doing this farming, Nowadays dog farming is also there because people they are keeping dogs. So dog farming. Previously farming means okay, grains, vegetable. But nowadays farming means this dog, chicken and other thing. It's really horrible. The Kali Yuga, how is going degraded. Because you cannot imagine, maybe somebody is talking to you about farming. And then you ask, what is your farming? Then he may say you, dog farming. Then you become amazed. Oh my God. Really such nonsense is going on. So yes, I will just summarize because time is over. Because 9 o'clock Pangjangi Prabhu's festival is also there. So as we discussed in today's verse that yes, the what is the importance of the Mahabhagavats, which is filled with the Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with the Mahabhagavats stories, their characters, which we can take shelter and we can inspire all those qualities. And this all Kali Yuga, although so many problems are there, if we can start taking small steps, we can try to avoid at least this cow slaughter and other thing. And Lord Krishna is so merciful that he gave his very dear, and animal is a very wrong word for the cows, a very dear associate, the mother cow, Lord Krishna gave, so that we can give a finer tissue and we can understand what is our goal and we can engage ourselves in the service of Lord Krishna. But we are so degraded that we can say, ungrateful towards Lord Krishna. The greatest gift he gave, but we are doing the nonsense with this greatest gift. And we can make society nicely when we are propagating Harinam Sankirtan and giving them prasadam. Because the prasadam is the love of Lord Krishna. Because you are preparing with love and offering with the love, and Krishna is giving you many fold love and is giving you. Then only society can be peaceful and happy. I'll stop here. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If any question, personally we can take. Hare Krishna.